Everyone thinks once you can cook Afang soup, Editan is easy. But let me tell you the truth, that's where people get it wrong. Editan soup is not just about throwing ingredients into the soup, it's about making sure that all the ingredients fit each other. Now, because Afang, which is okazi also chicken soup, you can maneuver the soup, but Editan does not because it has a process that it undergoes before you can use it to make the soup. Now let us start without any other further ado. Get your Editan leaves. I inserted a clip where you can differentiate it from Afang leaf in case you don't know it, right? You're going to cut it thinly, or after cutting you compound just as I did. Then you introduce hot water and allow it to sit for up to 30 minutes. This leaf is very bitter. It is even more bitter than bitter leaf. So the hot water will allow it to soften and it will release the bitterness and the sliminess that it has. Then you're going to wash several times until you feel that the sliminess is no longer in the leaf. Then you will know that the leaf is ready for use. Into the pot, I introduce my protein for the day. I'm using goat meat. I introduce the seasoning, salt, pepper, and then I brought it to a boil for up to 10 minutes, and I will stir again to see the level of water that it has. I'll cover it and allow it to cook again. And when I open up the pot, I'm going to introduce this fish. It does not have a nice taste, so I wanted to take in some of the taste that I gave to the meat. I will allow this cook for up to 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes I'm going to remove the fish and set them aside because I don't want it to scatter into the soup. After 5 minutes, I'm going to introduce the periwinkle. This is the best periwinkle you can use whenever you're making Editan soup, but you can decide to use any one you like. Now, let me tell you the truth. Cooking is about technique and the time you give to the food to cook properly. I've actually had several bad Editan soups in the past, and those moments made me to, want to forget about the soup totally. But when I keep practicing, I keep giving it the technique that it needs, and I became very perfect in it. So watch this video to the end to see all the techniques that I gave to the soup. After removing the fish, I covered it up again and allowed the water to dry off, leaving just the oil. I then introduce crayfish and I introduce palm oil. If you can see into the pot, you see that is just palm oil and a little bit of water that is in it. I will allow the oil integrate into the proteins while I go ahead to wash my Editan leaf. This is after 15 minutes of allowing this Editan leaf into the hot water. I'm going to cool down the hotness of the water, and then I will wash until the water runs clear and the sliminess is out of the way. When the leaf feels strong, you know that is ready. One thing that will ruin this soup for you is when you don't wash the sleeve properly. You see the sliminess that is posing, it's very thick. You need to wash this several times until it runs clear and the leaf feels hard. Otherwise, your soup will be bitter, one, and it will be slimy. Because you're using water leaf also has slime. The two of them are going to join force together to make sure that your effort is defeated. So I went back to the pot. It is time to introduce uziza leaf. This is optional, but when you want to have that very special taste, you introduce your uziza leaf. After introducing the uziza leaf, I will stir properly to combine. Allow this to simmer for up to 2 minutes, and I will introduce next vegetable, which is the water leaf. Please take a proper look at the stalk. You can see that is only oil that is in there. If you have any kind of water in there, you're going to ruin this soup. Introduce your water leaf and allow the water leaf to bring out its own water. Then you'll be able to ascertain if you're going to introduce a little water or not. I want to use this opportunity to welcome you to 426 Kitchen. On this channel, we'll make all things Nigerian. And I'm assuring you that this is the channel you need to make any kind of Nigerian soup from scratch. If you love what we do here, right? Kindly subscribe to the channel, turn on your bell notification, share with your friends, like and comment on each of our videos, right? And for my returning subscribers, thank you for always stopping by. I appreciate you. Now, can you see the level of water that the water leaf has released into the soup? That is what we're cooking with. I reintroduced the fish I removed earlier added more mackerel-fish, and I will stir properly to combine. I made the soup without stockfish and dry fish, and it came out really delicious. That brings me to the point of saying that you can make any soup with whatever you have at home, so long as you will give it the quantity of crayfish that it deserves. At this time, you can taste and adjust with any lacking ingredients. I adjusted with a bit of salt and seasoning. If you love salt that much, you can add as much as you want, okay? But don't over salt your food. And after stirring and allowing to simmer for a little bit, I'm going to introduce the Editan leaf. Can you see how firm and how hard this leaf looks? That is how a properly washed Editan leaf should look like. After introducing the Editan leaf into your pot, you're going to stir properly to combine. Now see the quantity of Editan that I gave to the soup. The ratio is 1000 naira Editan leaf to 3 bundles of water leaf. This is the ratio I used here, and it's perfect. If you use 4 water leaf on this particular Editan leaf, the soup will be watery. After stirring to combine, I introduce more crayfish and oil, and I will stir properly to combine. Can you see the soup? Look, Editan soup loves oil. Give it a good amount and a good quality of oil. You will like the taste of your soup. If you're learning from 426 Kitchen, I bet you that you're learning from the best. Stir properly to make sure that the crayfish, the oil, the Editan leaf is properly distributed. Now at this point, the soup is on its way to getting ready. Cover and allow this to simmer for 3 minutes and the soup will be ready. Let me know the swallow you think will pair very well with the soup, and if you have tried making the soup before and what your challenges were. Let me know that in the comment section. I will fix it for you, okay? I'll be in my DM waiting. If you enjoyed this and learned something new, don't forget to subscribe, because this is where we keep it real on our cooking. You will learn a whole lot from this channel, and this is the outcome of the soup. Till I see you in my next video, do have a pleasant day. Bye-bye.